My name is Joe Betts. I'm in the philosophy department. I'm the master of ceremonies, and I welcome you, Father Peter, Mary Jane McKenna and family. I welcome you. I welcome you. Villanova administrators, faculty, staff, volunteers at Graterford, graduates of our program at Graterford. I counted 4 graduates of our program at Graterford in the audience here. And distinguished guests. I'll take just a moment before the first speaker to tell you what is in this mural. The mural is called McKennas Vision. The title was chosen by Mary Jane McKenna. This is a quote that Jim used to use. Mary Jane suggested that it be put here: every individual has inherent worth and dignity. The words seem very close to me to the last Catholic bishop's statement on imprisonment. And here's a line from that statement. Every human person is created in the image and likeness of God and has an inviolable dignity, value, and worth regardless of race, gender, class, or other human characteristics. Therefore, both the most wounded victim and the most callous criminal retain their humanity. My guess is that Jim was inspired by something like that. Beginning at the far left, this is the principal artist, Charles Lawson. Next to him is Father Peter, our president. This is Andre Davis, and this is his diploma, or it's meant to be that. This is Stan Rosenthal. When Stan Rosenthal graduated, the secretary of Phi Beta Kappa came up from Washington to be at the ceremony. This is Wayne Battle. If I remember correctly, he's the 12th of 12 children. This is a Villanova grad.
Jerry Givnish.
Jerry Givnish, who is here. Jerry, he has volunteered at Graterford and has been helping them, a 59 Villanova grad. Next to him is Tyrone Wirtz. Tyrone Wirtz is, we hope, to be released. He has a case before the Pardons Board, and if the Pardons Board, as the courts recently directed it, goes by the standards they were using for commutation when he entered, and he's been waiting for that court decision, he will probably be released in the next year. This is Luiz Gonzalez. He is the secondary artist after Charles Lawson. And this is Ray Aber. Where are you, Ray? He's here. Take a look at Ray. And this, of course, is the subject of the great honor and appreciation, Jim McKenna, our beloved criminologist, their beloved criminologist. This was meant to be a typical classroom. This is the actual shape of the walls of the prison. There's a guard tower. This nice incremental piece is intended to show an inmate in despair, inactive, but rising up to make something of himself. Now he's got books, he's going to class, he's graduated. So he comes up from his inactivity to a proud self-assertion. These, of course, are the spires of our chapel. Does everyone know that our chapel was influenced by the Cathedral at Chartres? The Cathedral at Chartres has 2 different steeples, but we took one of them and made it both of our steeples. Here's some graduates down here, and these words are the words of our beloved Father Peter. I believe these are the words from his talk when he dedicated the alumni chapter at Graterford. We're the only, yes, I think we're the only university that has an alumni chapter in a prison. You know now what this is, and we're ready now for dedicatory remarks from our president, Father Peter Donahue.
Thank you, Joe. Well, I want to thank all of you for being here tonight. This program is a very special program for Villanova, and all of it is due to the efforts and the vision and the hard work of Jim McKenna. He really saw this program as being something that was very viable. He got people interested in it, and that interest and enthusiasm towards the program has continued on ever since he founded it. And there's many faculty that are standing around here tonight, I see, that have been very much a part of the program and know many of the gentlemen that are out there and working out there with them. Has been, I think if you really listen to the faculty that go out there, it's been more transformational for the faculty than it has been for some of the inmates that they have in class. But they have an experience of really being with a very dedicated group of people. When I first went out to Graterford, it was a November night. It was pouring rain. Gary Olson took me out. It was the first year that I was the president. And we went out there to have an alumni chapter meeting. I was going around to all of the various alumni chapters that year, and I said, well, they're there. We might as well go out and see them. And I had been to quite a few of them just in that few time period, I should say, this shortness of the time period. So it was November. It was an awful, awful night. It was pouring rain. And walking into that place, if you have not had the experience, I think Mary Jane was actually there, some of the family members. Walking into that place is difficult in itself. And on a hot, humid, rainy night, it is really more oppressive. And I thought, oh, what am I doing here? You know, it's just, and we're walking down this very long corridor, and all of a sudden I hear this commotion at the end of it, and one of the guys yells, "He's here! He's here! He's here!" And I walk in, and they stand up. It was the only alumni chapter I actually walked in that they also started applauding as soon as I walked into the room. And they had cake and talks and all of this kind of stuff. But the most impressive part of it was they sang the alma mater in full voice, and absolutely stood there. And it was, I don't think I could go to any other alumni chapter and say, would all of you stand now and sing the alma mater? They would all know the words. But they did. They were so excited to be part of Villanova University. And Mary Jane, and to the family, your husband, your father, your grandfather has done so much to inspire the lives of so many people on this campus. But there are a group of gentlemen who he inspired far more so than anyone that sat in his regular conventional classroom here at Villanova. And unfortunately, they cannot be with us tonight. Many of them can't be. But they owe a debt of gratitude to Jim and to his vision and his dedication to making this program happen. So this is a testament to all of the McKenna family as well, to a great man, a great educator, and a man who really believed in the dignity and the equality of people. And I am very happy that Villanova continues that. We're actually videotaping this, and we hope to show it to the gentlemen out at Graterford. And they always say, the couple of times I've been out there, they've always made mention that we're sorry we never can be there. And so to all of you at Graterford Prison, we thank you, because now and forever you will be a part of our campus. So thank you very much.
Next we have Anne Marie Kirk, a founder of Art for Justice. She has energized the artists on this work and is responsible for a lot of the artists' works out there. Please.
Thank you. I first want to thank Mrs. McKenna so much for inspiring this to happen, and thank you, Father. And thank you all the professors who go out to Graterford. I don't know how to even express what I'm trying to say for the men, but I'm going to do the best I can. I am the founder and co-founder, that is, of Art for Justice. Charles Lawson is actually the co-founder with me. And what we do is we exhibit and support inmate art. And this is just one of the examples of many of the things that we have done. Our mission is to use the art to promote dialogue so that we can prevent crime, reduce levels of incarceration, and find effective, humane ways to improve the criminal justice system. And the program that Villanova does is exactly that. It is an effective, humane way to improve the criminal justice system. And I'm now going to read a statement that Charles Lawson, and he designed the piece and put it together with the support of Suave, or Luiz. And he wrote these words. He can't be here I will do the very best I can to express what he said. There are few people with social status and ability who can see the worth in the underclass that the larger society has written off as blight. These special few recognize that for the underclass to change, more is needed than placing them in institutions with the extravagant hope of rehabilitation. Dr. McKenna was such a man. Dr. McKenna's vision to bring Villanova courses to those in the prison at Graterford has done more to strengthen our society than words or this illustration can portray. Prisons are filled with those who have not, for one reason or another, conformed to the standards of society. Dr. McKenna recognized that arming our prison population with something more than a basic education would instill in them a better sense of what is expected of them in the larger society. In turn, this education would help them become more productive citizens when they return. As co-founder of Art for Justice, I'm honored to have collaborated with Luiz Gonzalez, president of the Latino American Cultural Exchange Organization, in creating this painting. I tried to capture in these two panels, and you'll notice there is a divide there, the spirit of Dr. McKennas' vision, which is a testament to the spirit in which Villanova was founded. The smiles on the faces in this painting reflect the hope and vision that lives on because of Dr. McKenna's initiative. Those are the words from Charles Lawson, and I was just given words from Luiz Gonzalez, which, pardon me, but I'm going to edit. As a student enrolled in the Villanova program and as a person who has been incarcerated for over 24 years, all my education has been given to me via the Department of Corrections and now through Villanova University. And Suave has been in prison since he was 16. When I receive my degree, I will be the first person in my family to hold a college degree. And I'm deeply honored to say that Dr. McKenna played a significant role in making this dream a reality. Without this program, which he created here at Graterford, I would no doubt still be stuck in darkness. This mural represents the transformation of inmates through education. My only wish is that we all understood or understand that no matter where we are in life, we can all make a difference in our community and in each other's lives. If one man, like Dr. McKenna, can influence hundreds of men to invest in their education, so can you. In paying tribute to Dr. McKenna, whose vision has brought meaning and dignity to many men at Graterford, and I just have to say, I wish I could fast forward you to Graterford. I go there probably 3 or 4 times a month, and to see what radiance comes to these men's lives when they can have a window into any kind of education. It is a powerful testament to Villanova that this program's there. But I also want to acknowledge that in the center of this painting is another Villanova graduate, Jerry Givnish, and he is the founder and retired director of the Painted Bride. And Jerry came to Graterford for 7 years, volunteered as an art teacher, and it's just a love fest whenever Jerry comes to Graterford because the men truly, truly love and respect him. And there's another Villanova graduate in the back who is volunteers at Graterford, and that's Steve Dittman, and he does pro bono legal work for Charles Lawson. So Villanova is very well represented. And I'd like to also quickly thank Eric O'Day of the Philadelphia Mural Arts Program who put the painting up. We hope to have it framed sometime. So thank you so much. I wish it was not me speaking here right now. I wish it could be the artist. Thank you.
Thank you, Anne-Marie. Our final speaker, our keynote speaker, Mary Jane McKenna.
I was Jim's better half. My family and I would like to thank you all for coming. I don't have swine flu and I'm not contagious, I just have a problem. Thank you for coming tonight. And thank you to Father for his support and generous hospitality. and grateful to the inmates for the mural and the people behind the scenes who helped it. And we're very indebted to all the Augustinians who believed in Jim's pursuit of educational opportunities for the inmates through the establishment of the Villanova program at Graterford. When I attend the graduation ceremony each year at Graterford, I never cease to be amazed at the inmates' enthusiasm concerning their degree. Some tell me, I'm not getting it this year, I got a few to go, but next year I'm going to get it. The students' enthusiasm was matched by Jim's commitment. For example, in January of '04, one night when Jim returned home from Graterford, he was completely fatigued. So I suggested that perhaps it was best for him not to teach that spring semester. And his reply was, "Oh, I couldn't do that." He loved his students, especially his students at Graterford. Many have benefited from the Villanova program at Graterford and have gone on to lead very successful lives. Some of them are not included in this mural tonight. You've already met right over here. Okay, he was there. But we have Father Vaughn Booker in the back. Okay.
Ray Avery.
I did. It's Ray Avery. And he's an Episcopalian priest. He's also the author of a book, From Prison to Pulpit. There we go. And Mr. Charles Johnson. All right. Charles was associated with the Villanova University shop and also with the library. He's retired now. And of course we had met Ray Yabor. And Ray is the founder of the Latin American Cultural Exchange Organization at Graterford, right? And he's a successful businessman today. So thank you so much for coming and celebrating with us. Thank you.
A footnote to our proceedings is that there exists a video called Prison Dialogues made in 2001 in which we can actually hear two of these chaps speaking. Luis and Wayne Battle have significant parts. The idea of Prison Dialogues is in the subtitle, A Message to Our Youth. It tries to tell kids how hard it is to be in prison. Well, we've come to our end, and my guess is that Jim would say to us, go watch the Phillies and cheer for them. But don't go before you enjoy the drinks, I think, over there, and the food of the reception. Thank you very much for coming.